Exports by Korean small and medium-sized businesses surged 11.6% year-on-year to a record $30.5 billion in the third quarter, driven by strong overseas sales of beauty products and used cars, according to the Ministry of SMEs and Startups.
올해 3분기 중소기업 수출액이 화장품과 중고차 수출 호조에 따라 지난해 같은 기간 대비 11.6% 증가한 305억 달러라는 역대 최고 실적을 올렸다고 중소벤처기업부가 발표했습니다. Tell us more.
Well, the whole year has been good. The first 9 months also saw an increase of 5.8% increase year on year. And we're seeing in this third quarter, the big two things to look at are used cars and cosmetics.
Exports of those.
Yes, exports of those. So used cars exports jumped 80% year on year to $2.62 billion. And cosmetics jumped to 28% to $2.21 billion. And we're seeing cosmetics to the United States, that reached $490 million in the third quarter. That's the highest quarterly figure we've ever had. Also, the biggest growth in cosmetics was actually Poland, an increase of 69%. Then the UK, an increase of 45.6%, and the UAE with 43.1%. It seems like cars and cosmetics are the two things that people can't get enough of.
Well, who would have known Korean cosmetics is really popular in Poland?
Well, I would say that there are certain demon hunters that may be to blame. I think the increase in popularity of Korean products, Korean pop stars, and also Korean animation may have contributed to it.
Yeah, absolutely. I couldn't agree more. It says SMEs in this headline, and that's short for small and medium-sized enterprises.
Yes.
What does that mean?
Okay, so we're not talking about the big companies. We're not talking about the chaebol. We're talking about companies that have under a certain amount of employees. So the government has ways to measure what is officially a small business, what is a medium-sized business. And here, with enterprise business, we can interchange those two words. So basically, we're looking at not a big company, not a huge company, certainly not an international company, but a company with a relatively small amount of employees.
그러니까 대기업이 아니라 중소기업을 영어로는 SME, S 끝에 붙여서 이제 복수 형태로 SMEs 이렇게 할 수도 있겠죠. SME는 크게 대문자로 쓰고 이제 작은 S로 끝에다가 복수 형태로 만들어줄 수 있습니다. 이게 이제 small and medium-sized enterprises 아니면 사이즈는 뭐 빼도 되는데요. 중소기업이에요. 이거를 조금 다르게 표현해서 small and medium-sized businesses라고 한 겁니다. Same thing, essentially.
It's certainly when it comes to government language or language used in the newspapers, you can interchange these two.
Yeah. What about 대기업 then? Or do you say those are the big companies or the juggernauts, the chaebols?
There are all sorts of phrases we can use, but certainly large-sized businesses.
Okay. Now, what about the word overseas?
Well, not in Korea. Somewhere else, somewhere abroad.
Yeah.
So we talk about domestic sales, meaning sales in Korea, and overseas sales in other countries. So it's literally over the sea. And let's face it, as a peninsula, well, there's a lot of sea around us. So to get to another country, you have to go over the sea.
그렇죠. 해외의 라는 의미로 썼습니다. 자, 그러면은 다시 한번 제가 읽어볼게요. Exports of Korean small and medium-sized businesses surged 11.6% year-on-year to a record $30.5 billion in the third quarter, driven by strong overseas sales of beauty products and used cars, according to the Ministry of SMEs and Startups. Let's move on to the second headline.